Welcome to the Crypto Lifestyles News Edition, and today we're going to look at some interesting news concerning Argentina's inflation crisis and the correlation it has on Bitcoin and CryptoBuyer's payment solutions. So CryptoBuyer ICO investors rejoice. But hey, if this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Francis, also known as The Crypto Lifestyle, and my passion is educating you guys on blockchain tech and the impact it has on not just changing lives, but if you didn't know by now, this technology is changing the world. We also cover up-and-coming projects within the cryptocurrency space, live stream interviews with CEOs of those very same up-and-coming projects, and newsworthy subjects just like this one. So if that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing. Okay, so let's get right to the news at hand. Argentina is making headlines worldwide. If you didn't know by now, the local currency, which is the peso, has plummeted overnight, down a whopping 45%. Guys, that figure is staggering. I mean, in crypto, it's not rare to see a coin down 45% in 24 hours, but in Forex, it's super rare to see a 5% or even 4% shift overnight. Never mind 45% dropped in a matter of hours. The reason behind this abrupt tank in the peso was due to the fact that the former Argentine president, Mauricio Macri, was not re-elected and was defeated by his counterpart, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner. I wonder why the US dollar never dipped when Trump was elected. Argentines are not waiting for the government to fix things. That rope has ended, so they took matters into their own hands. This past Monday, according to yahoo.com, data found on localbitcoins.com showed Bitcoin reached a premium of nearly $12,500 in Argentina. This was due to the FUD surrounding the peso. Arbitrage traders probably made some decent profits from that. The article published by yahoo.com goes on to say, and I quote, "This spike in the Bitcoin price in Argentina took place within a matter of hours. It appears that the sharp drop in the relative purchasing power of Argentine peso may have led several locals to turn their attention to cryptocurrencies as a way of protecting themselves against rising inflation. Sunday's electoral results could be viewed then as the drop that spilled the glass." So this is a clear indicator that the Argentines are looking for a safeguard to protect their fiat value by trading it for Bitcoin. You know, digital gold, store value, the permissionless digital asset, Bitcoin. Now pay close attention to these three lines of the article. This drop in the market, however, is potentially a positive sign for crypto adoption in the region, as digital currency presents an opportunity for locals to hedge against financial calamities. Like Argentina, other countries in crisis such as Venezuela also have significant volumes of local Bitcoin trading. Now, this is where CryptoBuyer comes in for those who are new to the channel. I'll briefly explain what CryptoBuyer is. CryptoBuyer is an alternate payment solution which is situated in Latin America, offering these hyperinflated nations resources for an alternate payment solution outside of their inflated fiat currency. CryptoBuyer has partnered up with some of the most respected companies such as Binance Exchange, Dash, and e-commerce giant Mercado Libre, the same company Facebook aligned themselves with to launch their stablecoin. CryptoBuyer is a company running for 5 long years and is currently conducting an ICO. The purpose of this ICO is to expand out to these other inflationary nations within Latin America. And you can clearly see why. So I messaged the CEO, Jorge on a good old Telegram, and I said, "See all the turmoil in Argentina? Here's what he had to say." Jorge says, "Absolutely, monitoring from the election day. This is one of our key markets. Remember that we have open arms from the Argentinian central bank to install ATMs." Then he sent me a link to this article, which is to the official website of the Central Bank of Argentina. This is mind-blowing, guys. Just check this out. Title: "The BCRE promotes the installation of non-bank ATMs." This is the Argentine official government website, guys. The Central Bank of the Argentine Republic, BCRE, today enabled the installation of ATMs by non-bank entities, or in other words, companies such as CryptoBuyer, third-party companies, not central bank ATMs. The article goes on to say, "Today, Argentina has a lower penetration of ATMs than neighboring countries. In fact, 20% of the towns in the country do not own any ATM, forcing their inhabitants to move to obtain cash. Therefore, in many areas of the country, the lack of ATMs stimulates an improper use of cash, as is the case of those who withdraw all their income in a single extraction. instead of doing it gradually, as they must assume expenses. This situation leads to transfer greater amounts of cash without need, which threatens financial inclusion and causes risks in terms of physical security of people. Pay close attention to this part. To remedy these problems, the BCRA authorized the installation of ATMs by non-financial entities or CryptoBuyer. Charges may be charged for its use, while the regulations provide that the non-bank teller, which is CryptoBuyer, must accurately report the costs to his client prior to the operation to allow him to withdraw from it if he wishes. In addition, the screen should display a legend that says the operation in a financial institution may have no costs. So as you can see, there is a clear need for this in Latin America, and this is where CryptoBuyer steps in. The alternate payment solution they offer will indeed solve this crisis, along with triggering organic mass adoption. This is why CryptoBuyer is conducting an ICO to expand there. The Central Bank of Argentina is inviting the proposal, as you just heard from the official government website, for ICO investors of CryptoBuyer, such as myself. I see this as a truly unique opportunity. Remember, CryptoBuyer will also be sharing a percentage of all transaction fees from these ATMs, point-of-sale terminals, and retail chains who already uses their payment solution. And guess what?
Argentina's next,
folks. Let's revisit the article published today by yahoo.com. Here's what a local Argentine had to say about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The truth is that here, Bitcoin is better than gold, silver, or any other good. It's easier to sell and trade, said Alfonso, an active local Bitcoins and Paxful user in Argentina, who preferred to withhold his last name. He said that a significant number of users do not even feel the need to trade on exchanges or even online, as there are Telegram and WhatsApp groups that makes the process less complicated. So my fellow crypto lifestylers, Latin Americans are not seeking out the use of crypto to make a buck or two, or to make profits while speculating the price of Bitcoin going long or going short. But what they are seeking out is a potential new monetary system to replace the current one, which has failed them time and time again. The real success of CryptoBuyer will not come from traders online, but from those who live in the real world within these hyperinflated nations. So the question I have for you is this: do you have foresight? Can you foresee things before it's hyped up? Well, I've been covering CryptoBuyer well before its alliance with Binance, and it's only getting more and more attention. I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I claim to be one. I'm solely a crypto advocate, one who believes that this tech is truly going to change the world. And right here, the situation with Argentina and Venezuela is a prime example on how CryptoBuyer and its investors will fund them to do exactly that. If there's one last thing I can leave you, it's this: there truly is no better feeling than achieving wealth and success by solving a real-world crisis along the way. So with that in mind, there isn't really much left to say other than, till the next video, you're on your road. Later.